We're working on a new software, a new product that is designed to work with AI for teams, for realtors. It works out of the box with high level. And I'm going to show you real quickly some of the features. Let me just show you real quick the prices on this. This is very similar. So it's 99 bucks a month. We include the MLS fees on this, and it has just a bunch of cool features and stuff. The teams is 199 bucks a month. That's for 3 to 10 agents. So if they have more than that, it goes up right here. If you click on that, you can kind of see the pricing on that. So it kind of goes up. But it has some other features, websites and stuff. We're building some software that's really cool where you can use this to build websites on Lovable. So I don't know if you're interested in doing that, but we give you some code snippets and it'll integrate the whole thing right into Lovable, and you can give your clients a Lovable website. We also have some software that allows it to build onto a high-level website, and we think that's pretty cool too. But if you're going to set up an agency and work with a bunch of people, I would recommend that you do the Lovable sites just because I think they're pretty cool. This is a demo site. We're working with an agent in the Tampa area. He's in Stellar MLS, and this is actually built on high level. So if you go look at the source code, here it is, elvinrivera360.com, and this is a high-level website. You can see he's got some communities set up here and a bunch of information. You can see these properties here. So let's click on one of these. Prompts for the login. We're not going to do that. Here's what the properties look like. So it's kind of interesting. This house under construction, step into this. It's a blah, blah, blah. What we do is we get the AI summary right here. And we have the AI do some stuff right there real quickly. And then we put some more information here so you can see how far is this from Costco. You live in Florida, that's one of the most important things. Super convenient, blah, blah, blah. It's about 5 to 7 miles. So I know that. And then there's the rest of the information here. Other similar properties. You can see these are all pretty similar. The search tool, again, this account is set up to prompt everywhere. You can search by all these amenities. Some people use parking, keyword searches, pets, senior communities, whatever, financial things, HOA fees, taxes, whatever. And the property is the normal stuff. So you can zoom in here. And you can see here on the left as I zoom in and stuff, this kind of changes. So I want to do a draw search. So I can say, well, I just want homes in this area between here and here. And there's this. This is a great area right here. Everybody knows this is the best area in town. And then I lock that down. And now I'm just showing homes in that area. So let's clear that search. Sorting by newest listings over here. So yeah, you can just, come over here and track a certain area and it's going to update and show those properties. So of course, you can save searches here. You can do all this stuff. There's also on the communities, we pull in some market data too. So it shows all this so they can make these market pages or community pages, whatever you want to call them. And this is the median price. Here's total listings. Here's some information about this. What inventory levels are looking like. Whoa, they're kind of jamming up here, it looks like. And just that kind of information. This is all built into the system. Real quickly, this is what the dashboard looks like back on the back end of it. You log in, you've got some next steps as an agent, what you should be doing. Here's recent lead activity. This user, this is all demo data. They removed a search, they saved a search a week ago, so we can see this. So this is saying, based on what you've got going, set up a premium Tampa condos search for Realty Candy based on this stuff. This is urgent, follow up on these properties, do all these things. To set up on the website, it's pretty easy. We have some pages there. There's different property types. You can select what you want to show. Different themes for it. We're going to be adding more and more themes. Integrations, it's got high level, sure send, follow up boss. And so once you connect high level here, I can connect my sub account and then it's automatically going to shoot all this stuff over to my CRM. If I have a team, which in this case I do, I can set them up a sub account inside of high level. And then there's just more settings here about that. I can track the leads and see, is everybody synced? It looks like Jane Doe's not. I don't know why. So I just synced her. And, I can kind of see what's going on with these different people. This user, Elvin, this was their latest activity. They viewed properties, saved searches. I can create a property alert because they don't have anything right now, market subscription. So I can choose, they've already got one to Miami, and I can create a subscription to it, but that's kind of how that works. Listings, if they have their own listings, I can create a single property website for this person right here on the fly. I can pick from a couple different designs, and it creates a little website. It takes about 60 seconds, and it turns it into a nice single property website. Different markets, so I can build out different save pages for different sites, and I can link them into my site, or I can get an embed code and load it onto a page somewhere. So that build widgets in here, we have some widgets. I think this is cool because if I want to build a new widget, for example, if I want a property gallery here, as I'm building it, so I'll just put Tampa here. You can see now it's showing me just properties in Tampa, and it's showing all these different price points. So I'm going to say, well, I don't want this $1.5 million one, so I'm just going to show between 300,000 and 500,000, let's say. And so as I'm doing it, it's updating the widget, and you can kind of see that. So then I can change the title of the widget here and change the number of columns if I want to show more properties or less, or however I want that to be and how many per page. Then I can go change the styles. There's a couple themes for this. But if I want to change the background color to be something a little more exciting, I can do that. And the text color, again, I can choose, this, or let's do a little blue on there so it looks good. And you can whack this thing out and do whatever you want to do. So that's that. There's an API, so you can hook up all your other systems to it. We have an AI coach as a feature on here, so you can get like maybe hot leads in my CRM, and it can go through high level or whatever your CRM is called and figure out this information, and it ties it in with the data from the IDX. So it's call this person, let's get next steps, send properties to this person. We've got a Facebook ad XML generator. So if people are using Facebook Ad Manager, they can do this and create feeds for these different things. So that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Inside of High Level, you can add it as a widget on the dashboard if you want to. You can add it as a custom menu link, and so it becomes like a page here inside of High Level. So you can see all the activity, that people are involved in. You can see your hot leads, which there aren't any in this case, because this is our demo data and they haven't been on here for a while. But again, you can see this information. Now, when I go over to my contacts, so I saw there was Jane Doe, and it looks like a Realty Candy one. So you can see when they save searches or save properties or view properties or whatever they're doing, we load it here into the notes. And then we also add an IDX button, which is not here right now. It's usually sitting right here. This is just because this is my demo account, where I can load up all the IDX information for this lead from inside of High Level. So as an agent, I don't have to go back and forth between all these systems. In fact, we've tried to build it so they never really have to use our AeroIDX platform if they don't want to. We also bring in some custom fields here. Their saved searches, their last, all these things, sent listings, and then they send out the property updates and everything. All of that goes out through High Level. So we think that's a pretty cool feature. And it's just designed to integrate these two together really tightly. If this is something that you're interested in, especially because right now we have 4 MLSs. We have Park City, Utah. We have Stellar MLS down in Tampa, Orlando area in Florida. We have CR MLS in California. We have Omni MLS in Mexico, Costa Rica, Latin America. And we're rolling this out. We're adding about 1 MLS a week. And so if you guys are going to use real MLS, if you want, we could put all your clients on this, and we could either there's 2 ways to do it. We could give you some kind of an agency credit, and we give you some extra software and stuff for this, or we can do something like that. But if this is something you're interested in, let me know. We'd love to work with you on this. And this is really just a premium product that we're just beginning to sell to high-level agencies, and we think this is a great solution. So if you're interested in this, let me know. If you prefer working with IDX Broker, they have a good solution, and we can definitely do that with you. What we like about this is we control the data a lot more. And so if you need solutions we can build a lot of custom solutions. With IDX Broker, we're just kind of limited a little bit because of their system. We have to use the confines of what they give us. But let me know if this is interesting to you, and we'll get you set up. Thanks. Have a good one.